Welcome to another exciting episode of Lush Rimbaugh with your host behind the EIB golden microphone, Mr. Lush Rimbaugh. How you doing, folks? Well, good to hear from you. Well, now, folks, we got a big show today. Lots of things going on in the media. Now, the last thing I saw, and believe me, I've got a huge stack of papers right here in front of me, just out of view of the camera, that is just a massive stack of papers, folks, about the things that people, namely the drive-by media, is saying about this COVID-19. Now, folks, believe me, folks, there is nothing to worry about COVID-19. My grandmother may have just died. Okay. My cousin may have just passed away, and several other family members, and but folks, I mean, is it really anything to worry about? I mean, the thing to me about all of this is, I mean, truly, the death rates are under 1% if you really extrapolate the numbers beyond what they are. And folks, most of my family did not just die. I was just trying to illustrate a point, okay? All right? I was just trying to illustrate a point. Now, if you extrapolate my point as compared to the point that the mainstream drive-by media has made, you will find a common ground that clearly illustrates that, folks, this isn't anything but a drive-by fruiting, okay? You remember that line from Mrs. Doubtfire? I know you do, folks. I know you do. Now, this is the drive-by media being fruity. They're trying to fill our bags with grapes when we're buying apples, folks. All right? Now, I'm gonna use metaphors like that for this entire 3-hour stretch with about 14 breaks in between. So just be ready, folks. Get your engines revved up because we're going on a little tour here, folks, okay? Now, let's just look at the numbers here real quick, okay? Now, just real quick, folks. Let's take a look at the numbers. About 4%, folks, okay? Now, you take that. Now the Japanese have done what they've done. The South Koreans have obviously been applauded worldwide for what they've done. Okay, now look at the Germans, folks. The Germans, now that's interesting. Now, their numbers are rising. Okay. Their numbers are rising, but they contained the virus early on by basically making several concoctions and decoctions that have to do with streusels and different imports that they have from their common neighbors up there in the hinterlands. And so now I mean, not all of us have that particular advantage working for us. You go knock around a couple bees out of some trees. You knock a hive into a box. Now, I mean, now we're not all going to be able to do that, okay? Okay? I mean, you have an Austrian, okay? He goes up on the mountain, and he knocks a beehive into a bee box, okay? And all of a sudden, you've got these bees buzzing around. Well, he goes back, he makes honey with it, and he sells it to Switzerland. Now, by the way, the Swiss, now they're doing great, and the Swedish. Now, by virtue of neutral country, and always has been. Now, you think back to World War II. I know my history. I know my history, folks. And if you remember, Switzerland was a neutral state in World War II, and they're doing great back there, folks. You knock that bee into a box, you take it over to Switzerland, you make a little honey, you mix it with some chocolate and some Swiss cows. What do you have, folks? 100% organic milk chocolate is what you have. And I have found that is the best way to treat this disease as 100% organic chocolate. Yeah, folks. And we're taking a break. Be right back.